room, going live for anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes to answer questions. It's the start of a new year, so the inbox is full. And just to expedite getting answers to people, I go live multiple times a week so that I can answer questions that I might not otherwise be able to get to. If you have a private question, just hit the Q&A button in the Zoom room and ask there, and I'll try my best to remember not to call you by name. It's a habit of mine, but I'll try my best if you hit the Q&A button not to call you by name. If you're in the chat, then of course that lets me know you don't mind me having a conversation with you in front of everybody. So let's get some questions answered about weight loss and wellness concerns. Look at our challenges, our opportunities. Let's all help each other. Shibboleth is a lifestyle. It's about friends helping friends. And I'd love to be your weight loss and wellness friend. So let's just keep on that path. Let's keep going. It's a new year, new beginnings. And let's remember that. Let's don't fall back into old bad practices and habits so early in the year. Let's keep that momentum going. And 2022 could be a very special year for many. For those of you that don't know, my name is Travis Martin. I've been teaching weight loss and wellness for more than 20 years, officially for about 20, but really in more than 20 years. So I love helping people lose weight. Shibboleth is a practical, sustainable, fun lifestyle that's helped me and countless other people come off prescription medications, enjoy their eating lifestyle a lot more, develop self-confidence, develop self-esteem. It's just amazing what God is doing through the Shibboleth program and through the Shibboleth family members. So that's who we are, and this is our Lunch and Learn. I hope everybody's busy as a bee, cheerful as a cricket, steady as a clock, and standing on the rock. Hey, Amanda Compton on Facebook, I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. Hope you are too. Any questions for me today? Anything that inquiring minds want to know about weight loss, wellness, or the Shibboleth lifestyle? Don't be shy. We'll point out that it's a new year, and we've got our new brain that wants to be healthy and well is going to have to go to war with our old brain. 2 Corinthians 5:17 says, therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he or she is a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come. I hope that you cleaned out your fridge. I hope you cleaned out your pantry and you've replaced all that poisonous food with good quality foods, wholesome foods that are Shibboleth approved. And there are thousands and thousands of everyday grocery products that are Shibboleth approved. No reason, every reasonable person can follow Shibboleth and lose weight. No program out there like it. It's not really a diet. It's a Christ-centered lifestyle. Chris says, I did not realize my step tracker needed charging this morning. So, you missed your morning steps. I hate it when that happens. It's happened to me too. But not today. I'm charged up and raring to go. Sorry about that, Chris. You know what? It didn't count to Fitbit, and it might not have counted to those folks that are your Fitbit friends. But you know who it did count to? Yourself and the Lord. So good job. Suzette, does the portions change from our recipes for men? My husband is down to 346 from 400. He has been doing this with me since November 2021. It changes, doesn't really change. It stays the same because I bet you his hands are bigger than yours. Yeah. So unfortunately, a lot of men think they can have double portions. But no, your stomach's not that much bigger than your female partner or counterpart. It's a little bit bigger. So you can have a little bit more. Instead of eating off a 6-inch plate, maybe you go up to an 8-inch plate for him. But the thing is, when we're large, like I was over 300 pounds, even then I had to start eating like I was a 200-pound man. I couldn't eat 300 pounds, eat like a 300-pound man and be 200 pounds. When I first started, I was having 3 approved meals a day, up to 2 snacks a day and freebies. And I lost down to 260 quickly, but then I quit losing weight. Why? because at 300 pounds, I started eating like a 260-pound man. So I had to readjust as I went to get down below. I think this morning I was 196. So I had to start eating like a 196 pound man. That's what I love about lifestyle. People say it ain't fair. Listen, a lot of people say it's not fair. Weight loss is not, it is totally fair. It's the most fairest thing ever. You will develop the body that you're eating for. Does that make sense? So he wants to eat off, he wants to use the 2-hand rule, or he wants to eat off an 8-inch plate. He'll be fine. You should be using the 2-hand rule and probably eating off a 6-inch plate. Yeah, congrats. I echo that, Joni. Good to have Joni here with us. I want to echo what Joni says. Congratulations to your husband. He's off to a fine start. And congratulations to you for your awesome support for him. Tabitha, I'm down 60 pounds. Good to have Tabitha. I love Tabitha. I'm down 60 pounds since July. I had a planned hog trough holiday Friday and went from 137 to 141. I've done 2 wow challenges since then and cannot get that scale past 141. I'm just getting over the vid. I've talked with Joni, and we may suspect maybe my body's still out of whack from being sick. Do I think this could be the case? Yes, anytime you've been sick, you're going to retain more fluid. So if you just stick with the protocols that have always worked for you, they will come full cycle and they will work for you again. Could have a little bit of constipation going on. Anytime we're on any kind of medications, that's going to cause some backup. It's going to cause some digestive upset. So I expect that as you start eliminating waste and get healthy again, that your body's going to get attuned to what you're doing and you'll drop that very easily. Suzette, he could go up if he needs the extra. If it's an approved recipe, he could go to 2 cups. Yeah, you can make that adjustment for him. Does that make sense, Suzette? 2 cups, but I would not eat more than 2 cups. Your stomach in its natural state doesn't hold more than 2 cups. Alice, is a perfect pairing meal more effective than a regular perfect meal for weight loss? What is the significance of the perfect pairing? It is not. It is typically not. Now, that doesn't always hold true. There are exceptions to every rule. The purpose for a perfect pairing was I, being a weight loss expert, a food guru, so we've got categories, right? Category 1, where everything's pretty similar in its macronutrient profile. Category 2, everything's pretty similar in its macronutrient profile. All the way through 7 categories of food. We've categorized food properly. Then we give you our combination chart and you combine the foods accordingly and you're good. But from time to time, a food like, say, a lima bean, it has both the nutritional profile of a complex carb and a fiber. So it's kind of, we had to put it in one category, correct? We had to put it in one category to make it make sense. All whole foods on Shibboleth go in one category, but it has components that are much like a fibrous carb and a complex carb. So when we're talking about lima beans, I can perfectly pair it with a lean protein without the extra fiber. Does that make sense? Example, I can take egg whites and I can have with a high fiber fruit like an apple, and I'm good because an apple has things in common with a category 2 as well. Does that make sense? So that's when we're perfectly pairing 2 items that aren't just a singular macronutrient. They have a lot of components of 2 different macronutrients, so we can perfectly pair them together. But typically, not always, typically they're not as good as a regular food, whole food combination. Egg whites with an orange is a great meal episode. Got your egg whites, lean protein. Your orange has got a lot of good, if you're not juicing, don't juice. You got the whole orange, a lot of good fiber, a lot of good fruit sugar in there. We're combining that together with a protein source that'll work. Got some private questions. Can this lifestyle help to lower cholesterol? My husband does not need to lose weight, but his cholesterol's high. Absolutely. So let's talk about why his cholesterol's high. It's not because of what he's eating per se, like you've been told. It is because that when someone has high cholesterol, their body is producing more bad cholesterol. Very rarely is high cholesterol coming from a certain food or food group. High cholesterol comes from the body producing more bad cholesterol. The body produces more bad cholesterol to combat chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is overconsumption daily of sugar and starch. So, for example, if I cut my hand, that wound becomes inflamed. This is not chronic inflammation. Please listen, great teaching moment that she brings up. This is not chronic inflammation. This is a cut and it will heal. Well, during that healing process, my body will produce some extra low density lipid cholesterol to help combat that wound that will go away. But when I'm consuming sugar and starch daily, it's like death by 1,000 cuts. My body maintains high levels of inflammation because we should not be eating processed sugar and starch every day. So someone who's really balanced with their calorie load isn't gaining weight, but if they're eating sugar and starch, as a lot of their calories are coming from sugar and starch, their body is going to be in a highly inflamed state every day. Therefore, the body, to deal with that chronic inflammation every day, is producing more low-density lipids. Not good. So does Shibboleth lifestyle, does it help with inflammation? Yes, you can see a great lowering of bad cholesterol over a 6-month period, assuming one is really following the program, which means 6 or less holidays a month. If all the other days are perfect and you give the body time, it will ramp down its production of LDL cholesterol. Hope that helps. Will very much help. It's a wonderful lifestyle. In fact, what people don't realize about Shibboleth, it was not created to be a weight loss lifestyle. It was created to be a wellness lifestyle. Great question. Sherry, my husband was diagnosed with diabetic retinopathy mid-December. We did the challenges with Jason. Hubby's A1C went from 10 to 8. Then I got the vid and have struggled getting back. Any more challenges coming up? Right now, we're doing the master class. We won't do another master class until March, and that's only if we have enough participation. But the good news is, if you just follow the Shibboleth lifestyle that we talk about every day, and you have 6 perfect days a week, that A1C is coming on down. But again, where I see people struggling, especially new members, they go, oh, I learned something cool at Shibboleth today. And they have what I call okay days. It's not really a perfect day. We want to have perfect days or holidays. There's no in between. So if we can get the hubby to do that, to have 5 and 6 perfect days a week, right combinations, mostly till we get the A1C down, mostly from red column or yellow column. Does that make sense? Let me know if you understand red column, yellow column combinations. If he will spend most of his efforts there, red column, yellow column, 5 and 6 days a week on Shibboleth, A1C is going to improve. What are the advantages of using Spark? I'm happy with water and non-caffeine tea. I also drink 20 ounces of regular coffee, usually daily. There's no advantages that set it apart above coffee, except for it's loaded with amino acids that give mental focus and clarity. When we're in a calorie deficit, our energy levels can lag some, and Spark helps like a cup of coffee, but with some additional benefits that come from the amino acids that give us mental focus and clarity. When I am running in a calorie deficit week over week, then my mental function can begin to lag, and Spark really helps me with that. Great question. Any other questions? Let me look on Facebook. Hey, Polly. I believe it's Trussa. Miss Nelson says, hi there. I prayed for a plan to change my life, and God showed me yours years ago. Body for Believers. Yeah, I'm familiar with them. It was the only thing that worked for me. It was the only thing that worked for me. I've started back, but needing to go deeper. Once again, God brought me to you. Thank you for what you do. My body is finally going to line up my spirit. Thank you for sharing that. We love you and appreciate you. And ain't God good at how we cross paths and get to know each other, brothers and sisters, helping each other, friends helping. So thank you so much. Just that comment done me a world of good today. You have no idea how much good it did me. So welcome. We're glad that you're with us and doing great. God bless you. Where can I find Spark? If you use my link, it certainly helps us with our mission. You can find Spark right here. Right now, I'm drinking prickly pear. It's delicious. My favorite is strawberry, but I like all the flavors. I've been drinking it for more than 20 years. I've been drinking Spark for longer than I've been a weight loss and wellness coach. www.blowtorchfat.com. www.blowtorchfat.com. If you use that link, it helps Shibboleth. Anybody else? Any other questions? Thank you, Joni, as always. Thank you, Miss Joni. Husband is underweight, and he's cut down on sugar and white flour and lost 5 pounds. I'm worried about him losing more weight. What we probably want to do is, if you'll write this down, include more of these. Make sure that, Nellie, make sure that you have a lean protein and fiber with it. But let me give you some good carbs that will help him sustain his weight a little better. Long grain brown rice, corn, sweet potatoes, lima beans, peas, tomatoes, apples, oranges, berries. By having each meal, you including these good carbs with a lean protein and fiber, that will increase his calories. Not only will it increase his calories, by having the lean protein and fiber with them, you'll control blood sugar. He's not trying to lose weight, everyone. He's trying to maintain his weight and get his cholesterol down, his A1C down, So you want to include more good carbs, but he doesn't need to eat them alone. That would work against us. And then you might want to give him at least 2 approved snacks a day. And I would rather see him do something like a delicious approved blizzard, like a UMP shake with some peanut butter patties blended into it. We need to get his calories up, but from good sources. Celsius is similar to Spark, it's not the same quality beverage, and it's not as safe as Spark, but it will have a similar effect. You're going to get the extra energy, some amino acids. It is approved, and I tell folks when they're trying to determine which is better for them, Celsius or Spark, go with the one that they enjoy the most. Not that much difference, but there are some difference. Spark, in my estimation, is a safer beverage. Not sure I understand Suzette's question. I'll try to unpack it. I purchased Healthwise hot chocolate. Good. I did the hot chocolate Mighty Muffin challenge. Good. I realized how the calories were in the hot chocolate. Is this something better used as a meal replacement? Well, there's only about 70, 80 calories in it, something like that, if memory serves me well. Under 200 calories, approved hot chocolate is a snack. Over 200 calories has to be a meal episode. Usually I'm under 200 calories and I still count it as a meal episode, but that's more because, I've lost 130 plus pounds and I just don't need as much food anymore. Food, been there, done that. It's not a big deal to me anymore. I can't believe I'm saying that. It took a lot of years to get there. So things that I could have as a snack, I call a meal. Not sure I really understand the question. There's not that many calories in it, and most of the calories in it are protein calories. So if you've got some specific ways you want to use it and you're unsure, ask away. Joni and I'd be happy to help you. What can I do to lower your blood pressure? Follow the program. I know it sounds, that's not a great, exciting answer, but just follow the program. Everybody that follows the program the right way, their blood pressure comes down. It's inevitable. Now, if you feel your blood pressure is not coming down and you feel you're following the program, somebody needs to look at your journal. I was on high blood pressure medicine for 15 years, and I was off of it within 3 weeks of doing this program, but I do it to the letter. I follow the letter of the law. I follow the strictest sense of Shibboleth. And everyone that I know that has done that has eliminated acid reflux very rapidly, have eliminated type 2 diabetes very rapidly. I'm not saying there's not an exception to the rule, but it is an anomaly for one to follow Shibboleth closely and not see drastic reductions in their blood pressure. So just following the program will do it. Is there anything I recommend to curb appetite? Oh, I thought the hot chocolate was 100. Okay, so curbing appetite. I think the problem here when people ask for curbing of the appetite, they're thinking that this is a physiological symptom. Most people following Shibboleth don't have a physical appetite that's ridiculous. They really have a controlled appetite from a physiological standpoint. Usually what we're talking about is mental cravings. So which is it? Is it physiological hunger or are you having mental cravings? And then we would better be able to address that. Misty, I had major stomach pain and have had none since following Shibboleth, only on holidays. Great job. Me too. I rarely have any gastrointestinal distress unless I'm having a holiday, and it starts quick because now that my body is acclimated to healthy foods, my body no longer likes poison. So I feel you there. Good job. Suzette, a praise report. My husband was taken off of his Lantus. Way to go for type 2 diabetes. He is learning to follow closer each day. Awesome. The appetite issues for my husband. He says he feels empty. Great feeling to have. And that's my favorite feeling, is to feel empty but satisfied. Now, if he's having physiological hunger, let me throw it this way. Let me put it this way. If he's losing more than 4 pounds a week, Suzette, not 1 week, because that can be a lot of water and waste, but if he's losing more than 4 pounds a week, it's likely that he's experiencing physiological hunger. And then what we would need to do is increase his episodes by 1. So he could have an extra snack. So maybe 3 eating episodes and up to 2 snacks, but only if he's losing 4 pounds a week, not 1 week. But let's say week 1, he lost 5, week 2, he lost 4, week 3, he lost 7. He's experiencing some physiological hunger and he's feeling empty because he's hungry. But otherwise, we got to get used. We're so used to feeding all the time and our organs expanding when we feed, we become accustomed to that feeling. We want to make sure he's just not experiencing actually a lightness of being, because that's when he's going to end up having more energy down the road. Because that lightness of being, when we're not always breaking down and digesting food, is kind of odd because we're not used to it. We're always over consuming, overfeeding. And when we do that, our organs expand and that gives us a certain feeling. And then when they shrink, when we fast daily, 12 to 16 hours, our organs shrink, which is very healthy for them. And we feel a little empty. So we got to determine what he's dealing with there. Yeah, if he's losing 5 to 10 a week, we need to get that boy an extra snack. You feel me? Let's get that man another snack, an approved one though, so that we control insulin. Yeah, he's definitely hungry. If you're losing that much every week, definitely hungry. Anyone else before I go today? Let me know if you enjoyed the Lunch and Learn. I love connecting with you. You help me stay on track too. We're friends helping friends. I love you. I am loving awareness. It's not even my new mantra. I'm loving awareness, and I love everything and everybody I'm aware of, including myself. I hope you do too. Greta, this past Tuesday, February the 1st, I hit 50 pounds lost. Way to go. I have 20 pounds to lose to meet my Shibboleth suggested goal. I look forward to embracing Shibboleth even more for the rest of my life. That's what we like to hear. We like to hear once family, always family. Good to have you. Great job. Cheryl's asking me a question. Let me look. I haven't seen it. Cheryl, I don't see it. Here it is. Okay, I found it, Cheryl. I have started a cardio strength training class for an hour at the gym. How many reps would you count? I can't remember what you said. If you're working out an hour, I would count that as 300 miscellaneous reps for our exercise challenge. And Cheryl, you are giving me a run for my money on those steps. Can you tell that you're pushing me? Thank you for pushing me. But I count when I'm unable to count sets and reps because I'm in some sort of class, jiu-jitsu or whatever. I count 1 hour, and that's low. I'd rather underestimate than overestimate, out of fairness to everyone that might be trying to earn an exercise badge on the website. I count it as 300 repetitions. Thank you, Nelly. Is chia and flaxseed good for constipation? Depends on the person. I'm not a big chia seed or flaxseed person. A lot of times these chia seed and flaxseed have a lot of mold and toxins in them, and that can cause constipation as easily as it can help eliminate waste. So nuts and seeds, if you look at the nutritional profile, should be great for waste elimination. But they're often not because they contain a lot of mold and toxins. So I would use them if you enjoy them, but I wouldn't necessarily feel like that is an elimination protocol. I follow the PSP elimination protocol: pee, sweat, and poop. I drink my water. I get a lot of movement during the day. I get that sweat in. That keeps things moving. And drinking my water keeps things moving. And then I will often consume some sort of insoluble and soluble fiber packet to help with the elimination of waste. Anyone else? I saw some time back a list of upcoming program, and one was Mediterranean. I'm happy to answer any questions. A Mediterranean diet's a fine diet for anyone that wants to follow that protocol. I prefer Shibboleth because Shibboleth encompasses all foods and food groups and eliminates no food. The Mediterranean diet does eliminate some key foods, but if one wants to follow a Mediterranean diet, then by all means, please do so. I'm certain that we'll have some classes about once a year. I did it last year, and I'll do it again this year, though it's not my favorite class to teach when folks are they're looking for something new, generally speaking, and they're wanting to know about Mediterranean diet or Atkins diet or keto diet. And I talk about the pros and the cons of both diets. I've done that many times, and nothing wrong with that. People are fascinated by it. They're looking for a new approach. Right now, the fad is carnivore and vegan. Those are the two fads now, and they compete with each other. And, you know, a couple years ago, it was keto. I don't like any program that eliminates indefinitely a macronutrient. I do subscribe to carnivorism when I need to get momentum or I need to clean up some digestive issues. I've tried a vegan approach, don't like it. But I'm happy to talk about them. I can do that even at Lunch and Learns, answer any question about a Mediterranean diet that you want. But I don't like anything that eliminates any whole food indefinitely, just maybe a couple of weeks to get momentum. But I don't like to eliminate any protein, any carb, any fat. That's my take on all the diets. Most diets out there are just that. They're a diet. And they can help you be successful with momentum. But at some point you have to settle in on your forever approach, which life is short. I don't want to exclude any whole food. That's just how I feel. Mediterranean, they don't put a lot of focus on insulin control. And here we put a lot of focus on insulin control. Yeah, fiber packets from Advocare, that's my favorite one. I've tried others. That's the only one I enjoy. The Advocare fiber packet, the citrus mixed with ocean spray diet is very enjoyable to me. Yeah, I use Advocare fiber packets. Yeah, I like sometimes peaches and cream, sometimes citrus, and they have an unflavored. But no, I said sometimes. Most of the time, citrus with ocean spray diet, 3 cubes of ice blended in my Ninja blender is so enjoyable. And that keeps things moving for me if I start to struggle with bowel movement. Terry, doctor wants you on the Mediterranean diet for fatty liver disease. Is that what you're saying? I'm not going to argue with your doctor. Happy to have a respectful dialogue with your doctor if you'd like for us to. But what you need to cure up fatty liver disease is a proper food combining protocol. And I'm certain he's not aware of, if he's aware of Shibboleth, he's not aware of the depth of Shibboleth. So what a doctor has to do, if I was a doctor, I'd do it too, is probably give you the best diet that he knows of. And that's probably a Mediterranean diet. You're going to have no greater success with it than you would having Shibboleth perfect days. And that's a fact. Tressa, what do I say to someone who needs help with their diabetes, but they're very skinny? Can this still help? Yeah, if you've got diabetes, usually if it's not due to obesity, then usually it was something, a breakdown of the pancreas, a viral attacking the pancreas, and they're going to have challenges. But if they want to use food as a help, if they're a type 1 diabetic, they're always going to be a type 1 diabetic. That's irreversible. But what you can do is control the amount of insulin that you have to take in by food combining. So someone that's really skinny, very lean, they get extra eating episodes, but they still have to learn food combining. What causes us to have to administer insulin is our pancreas not providing any insulin. So even if we're having a whole food like lima beans or fruit, it shoots our blood sugar up. We've got to take some insulin, some synthetic insulin to regulate our blood sugar. You can do a lot of that with proper food combining, and that person would then need less insulin, which long term is much healthier. Food combining is powerful, and I wish everybody would believe and understand the benefits of that for all kind of disease, whether one is overweight or not. Can I add blueberries to the Healthwise oatmeal for a meal? Do I use 1 or 2 packets? What combination would this be? So if you're using Healthwise oatmeal, that's heavy in protein. We wouldn't do this with a regular oatmeal, but with that, 1 to 2 packages of oatmeal with a 1/4 cup of berries is a meal episode and a perfect one. So let me repeat that: 1 to 2 packages of Healthwise oatmeal, 1 package with egg whites, or 2 packages by itself, with a 1/4 cup of blueberries is a beautiful meal. I would call that a meal replacement with a condiment. Now, as you know, we don't like to add condiments to meal replacements, but in this case, that is an acceptable thing to do. Amen. Diane Malone says food is medicine if combined properly. So true. Most medicines come from food. People don't realize that. Aspirin is willow bark. Chemotherapy comes from a plant. Most medicines come from whole foods. So we just become the chemist ourselves. We put them together the right way, and voila, powerful, powerful amino acids from meats, powerful, powerful plant alkaloids from plants. Put them together, booyah. Consistency, cure the day. Terry, yes, but I don't want all the sugar, so I should be able to really stick with this and reverse this disease. Am I correct? Yes. Yeah, we eliminate sugar, starch, and plant fats. Sugar, if everybody here eliminated sugar, processed sugar, processed starch, and plant fats, the whole world would heal. We would all heal. We would heal. We would heal. God give me a gift. I don't have many gifts. I can't even sharpen a lawnmower blade. I'm like the most useless man a woman could ever marry. But when it comes to food, I'm a savant. I don't know what else to tell people. They don't believe me, but I've accepted that. It's a gift, and I thank God for that gift. I'm not good at anything else. What about the use of all natural honey or agave nectar? Not until maintenance. So we don't want anything to slow us down. And then at that time, when we reach maintenance, organic local honey is fantastic to use as a sweetener. We don't want you doing that because you'll get discouraged because your weight loss is much slower than others. Honey still provokes an insulin response. So I would not be using local organic honey or agave until I reach maintenance. Diane's down 40. Way to go. Diane says, I have avoided being put on metformin by following the Shibboleth lifestyle. Way to go. Great job. Anyone else? I've enjoyed being with you. Did y'all enjoy today's Lunch and Learn? Did you glean anything that might be a help to you? Stevia is good, Jennifer. Yeah, Stevia's asked. Jennifer's asking on Facebook about stevia. Stevia is good. I prefer Omica, Omica. Has less aftertaste. Look that up on Amazon. Omica, Omica, Omica brand stevia. It's my favorite. Greta says, food combining has worked amazingly well for my blood pressure and type 2 diabetes. Me too. Me too. Same thing. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Sugar is now 78 to 105 with no meds. That's the perfect sweet spot. 80 to 120 with your sugar is the perfect sweet spot for fat burning. Good job. Feeling more alert, energetic, and fruitful. Husband and family are amazed. You are amazing, Greta. Thank you for sharing that. That will inspire others here. Good job. Hey, Janice Turner, good to have you. Yeah, I think some people pronounce it Amica. I've always said Amica. It's probably Amica. But yeah, that's the brand that I use, Omica. Yeah. Good to have you back, Tammy. It's not about falling. Tammy says, I have fallen, but I'm getting back going. That's what righteous people do. Good job. You're a believing soul. You fell down like we all do. You're getting right back up. Great job. Show yourself some grace. Take one day at a time. Patty Bass, the amazing Patty Bass, has just shown up. Anyone else? Chris, got to get our Bostons together. Okay, y'all, I'm out of here. I'm going to go do some more work. I love you in the Lord. We've got our master class tonight at 8 for our master class people. If you didn't get into master class, it's already started. I'm getting a lot of inquiries about it. It's a closed group, but we will start a new master class if there's enough interest in March. Let me know if you have interest in March master class. I'll start putting it together now if I have 20 or more people interested in March master class. And you can let me know at travisjack777@gmail.com, travisjack 777@gmail.com. We've got lessons that we're all going through together as a team, and we'll end as a team on the 24th day of this month. And I'm already working on March's masterclass, and I just need 20 or more to start putting that out there. All right, y'all. Hey, Cindy. Hey, everybody. God bless you all. I'll see you in the next one.